Welcome to the Playbook Lab. I'm Louisianimal, and we break down playbooks, formations that you can scheme out of, not only just to win games, but effectively move the ball and be better. So, without further ado, diving into one of those underrated playbooks, NCAA 25, and my personal favorite, the Arizona Wildcats offense. This is not just a bunch of random formations, but this is stuff that you can effectively scheme out of. And what makes an effective scheme? A scheme is where you can effectively run and pass the ball without tipping your hand to the defense so they don't know what to expect. A lot of times people use code suggestions or come out in plays that in formations that have one play. So it's a tell, right? So that's what we're going to do here is we're going to go through these formations and really break down why Arizona is so good and there's so many to go over. We're going to focus on 5 formations. Won't stay in them long because we don't want the video to be crazy. And then we're going to touch on other plays that implement, that you can sprinkle in, that makes this playbook nearly unstoppable when running it. So if you've seen our previous videos, tight Y off, we've done 5 main plays that you need to run out to be effective. And then we just released our deep dive series where we really broke tight Y off down into 12 plays. And there's different setups for a few of the plays. And it's the best formation in the playbook, tight Y off. Go check it out. The link's in the bottom. Go check that out if you haven't seen it. All right. So the first formation we're going to get into here is doubles Z close. And we have 5 plays that we can run effectively out of this. The best play in the formation is going to be Y sail. And we're going to just run this here against random play and kind of show you here what to look for. So the only adjustment you're going to make, Y on a drag. And so each defense, what you want to do is you want to look at what they're giving you. If they're going to give us underneath, we're going to take flats. That's our drag route. We're going to take our running back. Those are the first 2 reads. If we see them clamping down, you're going to see that's where we have the tight end, our A route, and McMillan, our backside deep in route, will be the reads. So let's take a look here. Drag, open. They're playing deep, so we're going to take what they're going to give us. We're just going to eat yards. Take a look at the next play. Hit our running back for a quick gain. Now look, now we're going to see here. Tight end. If you have good players, they'll catch the ball. This one did not. But so we're going to take a look here, right? Pressure, we can roll out. Tight end here. Almost a 30-yard gain for a touchdown. There's basically not taking the underneath route. But here it is, X. X. That deep in route is so nice because what's going to happen is users are going to take away this underneath route. Why? Or they're going to go chase the tight end. Nobody's expecting the outside receiver to run a deep in route. So they're going to vacate that area of the field just like this. And X is going to be open. X is actually the money route. X and A are going to be the 2 routes that get you the biggest gains on here. Make sure we're using those. The next play we're going to go into is, we won't go over the runs here. Inside zone is pretty standard play, but it's a good mix up in the formation. So again, people are not just sitting on us passing the ball. The other one you have is RPO glance post. Standard RPO is if people will come out here and give an example. So right now, see how there's a slot receiver or a slot defenseman over the slot receiver? That's just going to allow us to run the ball. And our slot receiver is open on the bubble, but you want to look at the numbers out there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to read. Let's see what this slot corner does. He vacates, bubble, wide open. So you guys get the idea. The bubble, we won't spend a lot of time on that. Now the next jet touch pass. Any formation that's jet touch pass, this doesn't need a lot of explanation. The best touch pass are these ones where you have a lead block from your running back. So again, a play to mix up in here. You get good blocking, and you see big plays can come from it. The next play that we're going to take a glance at here is mesh post. Mesh spot. And you don't have to do anything different in mesh spot. You can actually run this completely stock. Our 2 reads are going to be the drag routes underneath. You're going to see who gets open. Whichever one the user doesn't take. We threw the Y there. Y was open. He drops it. But you also have A, the tight end, wide open. Again, you're going to just take what the defense is going to give you here. And then the underrated one here is B. Usually because the user's going to take one of these drags, take himself out of the play. B is going to sit right in this little pocket here, and you want a possession catch that. The running back's not going to be open a whole lot unless you throw it really quick to him, but he's not one of our main reads on this play. To make him more effective, though, what we're going to do is we're going to put B on an in route and stem him up twice. So now you have a high-low with not only the drags, but B is going to come open behind the hook zone defenders. So we're going to show you where this. They played a little bit of a cover 2. Looks like the mid-read took away the deep in. So we just took our underneath route. Now, see if we can get you here an idea of how B is going to open up here. Right there. Just like that. You see the user vacated the middle of the field, and he went to go after the drags, and that's where B is going to come into play. That's going to wrap up double Z close. Great formation. Mix it up. Next play formation we're going to take a look at here is doubles Y off. Doubles Y off has 4 plays we're going to focus on here. Red zone scissors is going to be the main play. We'll come in here. We're going to be reading here on is the right side. We're looking at this flat from the tight end and this running back post. That's the 2 reads we're looking at. If it's not open, we have Y. We're going to put Y here on a drag route. So we have an underneath route to throw to. And so this is the whole play. We're going to take our check down route here to the drag. We'll get down. Right there. Normally they'll play underneath and he'll be open a little bit earlier. And then the tight end here, right? We'll see the tight end is open in the flats for a quick read on short yardage situations or unless they're playing deep. B's not going to be open. He's just stretching out the defense. But here's one thing I'm going to show you guys, especially in one of our other formations. All right, so we're going to read this here. We're going to put the zig and the comeback route here for red zone scissors. So we still have our reads to the right, but now we're going to focus on the left side of the field. We're going to watch this slot. If he dives down and plays outside on Y, then we're going to hit the comeback route to McMillan here. If he fades back the slot corner, then we're going to hit the underneath route here to Y. Not there. Here comes the comeback. Easy 15, 20-yard gain. See if we can get a read here. You'll see Bowen plays inside. Now we have the zig route. And we're going to implement the same route combination of the formation later on. But this is super easy play. Super effective. Here they try and bring a slot corner blitz. Great play by the slot corner. Do it one more time. We can't have them getting a stop on us like that. And right there, I mean, they hit us pretty quick, and we still got 5 yards. At flood will be the next play here. So I'm going to make 2 adjustments here for this. We're going to put our tight end on a corner, and then we're going to drag X as our check down route here. So you have a flood concept to the right, and then you have this levels concept here to the left. Running backs wide open. We're taking what the defense is going to give us. We got 3 yards there. Throwing it behind us. Drag, corner out. Take a look here. Take the drag to our check down there. We get 7, 8 yards. Now we got our in route coming across. Now the tight end is going to be a route that we really want to be able to hit later on once people start playing hard flats. See if they take this way. Roll out, roll out. We're going to highball this over the corner. One other setup that I like to look at here for flood is I am going to drag our tight end here. I'm going to put our slot receiver here on a post. And I'm going to put our X receiver here on a comeback. So I'm looking high-low here between the tight end and our receiver across the middle. Up the field. So any guy that's playing the flats or the curl flats is not going to be there. So this tight end is going to run free quite a bit. But let's just say, for example, tight end's not open, table route's not open. We're going to look here at the post and the comeback. Comeback's wide open. We have zone fake jet and jet touch pass out of these formations. We touched on jet touch pass in the last formation. We don't need to go over that. You have a lead blocker. Zone fake jet is going to be the complement. So if you've come out a couple times in jet touch pass, the user is going to have one of his two middle linebackers. He's going to over pursue to that right, and it's going to leave a wide open running lane here to pursue up the middle or to the left. Let's get a good example of how that's going to look. And you're just going to follow your blocks. It's not a big hitter play, but it's something to mix up, keep the defense off balance. Our next play, this is the best run play in the formation, and this is something you're going to want to run consistently, not just inside zone, is 0-1 trap. The reason why it's so good is because this left guard is pulling, so you're going to get a blocker into the second level here. And you see, it's going to be big yards. Whatever, we're going to move on. The next formation we're going to take a look at here is gun wide trips offset weak. And the first play we're going to take a look at here is halfback angle. Now remember that combination, that route combination we put out here in the last trips formation was zig route, come back here. So we have it on the right side of the field. That's my primary read coming out in this formation. And so now we're going to watch the slot corner here and see whether he plays underneath to take away the flat or if he falls back. And he's in a man type of coverage, so we got the zig wide open. All right, so we're going to put this zig and this comeback back out here on the field. We're going to see how they play. And you notice the slot corner then drop back to go play that comeback route. So the zig route is wide open underneath. Let's see if we can get one play here where we hit the comeback. It's there. Pass lead. Inside zone is going to be one of our staple plays as well to keep the defense respectful of the run. But the next pass play we're going to take a look at here is going to be motion halfback swing. And this is probably my favorite play in the formation because it can be the equivalent of a QB blast. So the QB blast is a quick run with the quarterback, and this is great for short yard situations. So you'll see I'm going to hold RT right after the snap, and I can follow my blockers here. Now we're trying to show you the quarterback effectiveness of the run. And right there, minus the fumble, get down, don't let your quarterback take hits. But it's 15, 20-yard run. And you see here we got it again. How you complement motion Y swing, so you're not just running that, is we're going to put motion Z spot. Motion Z spot, our only adjustment is we're going to put our outside receiver here, B, on a streak. And I'm going to put X here on a drag route for a check down. So we're going to be looking at RB or X is our reads. Or if you have Y, if they don't come down in the flats. And right there, we just threw it over the top. We let him kind of clear that space. He drops the ball. On these corner routes, you're going to want a high ball. If you don't know how to high ball, hold LB and the receiver's icon you're throwing to. It will limit interceptions to an extreme amount. Let's take a look here at the play again. Little bump and release. Running back's wide open. Getting back to the line of scrimmage. Streak. Drag. Take a look at what we got here. Got the drag on the backside, wide open. And the best trick play in the game is reverse flea flicker. They all come down. You're going to have two choices here. Your tight end or your outside receiver. And they're going to be wide open. If you get good pass leads, they're wide open, one play touchdown. Now, probably the second best formation behind the tight Y off is going to be trips tight end, staple formation, been around for ages in these EA games. We're going to come out in double sales the first play. You have this flood concept with the tight end on the post and the running back on the table route. The only thing we're going to do here is we're going to put Y on a streak. and then you have your X as your backside in route for your check down. We're gonna take a look here. Everything was guarded pretty well. The backside in was what gave us the read to get open. Here, we're gonna hit our running back because the outside linebacker couldn't get outside. Easy free yards. Take a look here again. Nothing's really open. I threw it here to X because he had leverage, but all right. So inside zone here, that's gonna be a good run play, and you're gonna complement that by running quick base and RPO alert bubble. RPO alert bubble's already here in our audible, so I'm gonna come out in quick base. And the look we're getting here is, I like the numbers in the box. We're gonna run quick base, pulling guard. You're gonna get 5 yards. Quick base is probably one of the best shotgun runs in the game. It's really hard to shoot, especially if you don't know what's coming. Just run it again here, just kind of show you, and then it's just about you letting your blocker pick up the block and you hit the hole. Now, RPO alert bubble. Now, there's numbers outside, so right here's not the play. We're probably just going to hand it off. And again, free yards. So people are really going to have to choose how they want to defend this formation and what they want to take away. So we'll go back here to the bubble and just show you, because eventually what they're going to do is we've ran the ball so many times that they're going to come down. Bad angle by a safety. And this play can be minimal, a couple yards, to a huge play down the sideline. We're going to run this one more time. Read our slot corner. He bites down. We'll hand it off, and we'll just take the free yards. The last play we're going to come out in this formation is drive post. This is probably the best play in the formation. And the only adjustment we're going to make is we're going to flat route. Why? As you see, X is on this, it's almost like a speed in route. He takes this rounded route. It's really hard to defend. And we're going to be looking at high-low between B and X is typically our read. We took X there. B kind of got bumped off his route. Look again. And there's that little pocket window. You can pass lead it up. And that just gave us 10 to 12 yards. This kind of look here is where the post is really going to kill. Post doesn't get open a lot, or tight end corner route is same setup, but we're going to streak our tight end instead. And we're going to look, and right there, we got hit as we threw it. Good pressure coming in. But that tight end streak is going to stretch out the deep safety so that post can actually run behind it for some big yards. So we'll see if we'll get it one more time here. They kind of manned up, pass lead over, and big play. Drive post, best play in trips tight end. This is probably the best run. It's the only halfback direct snap in the entire playbook. And so those 3 blockers outside are going to match up. And we have outside leverage with our tackle on the D end here. So if you look, follow our blockers, they're going to chip. The direct snap is great. It's great. If you mix in these other plays, direct snap is very hard to know when it's coming. And if you don't hold the turbo button at the beginning, your blockers are going to develop. The best pass play in this formation is going to be the play scissors. And what we're going to do here is we're just going to streak our outside receiver. And we're going to drag RB. That's the read. So now we have this flood concept on the right. A is going to be your receiver, the guy we look. RB is going to create this levels high-low on the left once he drags over. So you have check down to the running back and RB. So let's take a look here what they're going to give us. Running back will take us, he'll give us 5 yards. We're going to see here that the tight end corner route here at A is actually the money route in this. If we get time or if the coverage allows it. And right there, they played man coverage. Let's take one more look at it here. Now you got your check down drag coming across the field. Wide bunch. Now this one you can actually run a scheme out of. I'm going to show you here. We got trap alert, zone alert, cross screen is good. I'm going to take all go out of here, and we're going to put in, where are you at? We'll put PA slot cross. So when we come out here in wide bunch, is we're going to look at the numbers on the right. So we have 3 on 2, and we really don't know what this kind of floating corner is here in the middle of the field to the right. So I'm going to look. If he doesn't come down, I'm just throwing it to B. He stays back. He drops back. I'm throwing it. Now right here we have numbers 3 on 2. They're worried about the run. We've run it a bunch of times. 3 on 2. So I have 2 blockers. So if they pick up their blocks, this is going to be a big run. But again, numbers. We're going to watch the slot guy. He drops back. So we're picking up 3 to 5 yards. And then, of course, you can mix up the run now out of it. This is an annoying and difficult thing to stop. And right now, hell, you have a 3 on 1 out there. So this is, I don't care how fast this outside linebacker gets out there. This is going to be a big play. The only play that I even like passing wise is as PA slot cross out a bunch. And all I'm going to do is I am going to put my RB receiver here on a drag. And really, A hits this weird inverted crosser, is that he seems to get open quite a bit. But again, that's not really something I like to consistently throw. Right there, we highballed it behind the guy in the middle, but you see he's wide open, actually. I don't know why. Maybe I need to run this more. Again, wide open over the middle. That's really the only pass play out of this. Again, I don't know how often it's going to work. I'm assuming a user will probably try and take that away. And then if he does that, you then have this check down. The last little bonus play out of here is Wildcat. There's different variations across playbooks, but this Wildcat in Arizona is actually really good. You have Blast, Blast Weak. You have a Jet Sweep. Obviously, Jet Sweeps are always really good. And then you have this trick play, Jet Reverse Pass. All right. So here's the Jet Reverse Pass out of Wildcat here, and you're going to see is very similar to the flea flicker. You're going to have a deep guy over the middle wide open, and this tight end's going to be open. Let's see if we can get another one here. Boom. Tight end. And you're just going to take whoever's open. Sometimes they cover with the tight end and they leave the deep guy open in the middle. Sometimes they cover the other guy. And here you go. Again, this is... Actually, I think this might be harder to stop than the flea flicker in the sense that in Wildcat, it's a running formation, really. And you pull out this trick play. And if you don't pass commit or in man, is that it's going to get cooked. So, and that's how you turn the Arizona playbook into an offensive machine. And if you're ready to take your game to the next level, you know what to do. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and comment on which playbook you want to see me break down next. This is Louisianimal, breaking the game down like nobody else. And until next time, stay scheming, stay winning, and change the game.